like to hear what we're doing here?
Sure.
Cool. Yeah, so what we're doing is we're showing the behind the scenes of industries that abuse animals, like meat, dairy, eggs, leather.
Yeah.
Have you seen this sort of footage before?
Yeah, I have.
You've seen it. How does it make you feel?
It makes me honestly feel a little guilty like when I eat, because my sister, she's a vegetarian. Well, she's vegan, so she like tells me all about this. You know, she's
Okay.
all about it. But yeah.
And she's vegan for ethical reasons, for things like this? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, definitely. She like watched a bunch of documentaries, and then after that, she changed her mind.
Right on.
about the whole
Cool.
thing. Yeah.
What do you think is stopping you, or what do you think is holding you back from deciding that you don't want to support this and be vegan as well?
I don't know. I think it's just like a habit, you know, because I'm so used to it. Because like that's how I grew up, and I've been eating like that for years, so it's kind of hard to like change. Which I feel like I'm not as bad as I was before, because I did try going. I tried doing like the whole vegetarian thing first, and I did it, but it didn't last long. But like, I don't do it as much as I used to, I guess.
Yeah. And yeah, there's two perspectives, because I talk with a lot of people doing these type of things, and veganism is really hard when you think about yourself.
Yeah.
When you think about the taste, the habit, the convenience, it's easy to just fall into the societal norm of what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
And it becomes the easiest thing when you think about the victims. And think about how would you feel if you were in
Oh yeah.
that animal's
definitely.
position, right?
Yeah.
With this, the guilt is shared, so it's easier to conform and just do what everyone else is doing.
Oh yeah.
But then you just have to ask yourself, what side of history do you want to stand on when it comes to this? Where do you want your name to stand?
Yeah.
Do you know what the best benefit is of being vegan? The best benefit, obviously for the animals,
Yeah.
then it's going to be one less person who's subjecting them to violence.
Yeah.
So the animals are relieved. And then the best benefit for you is that because you said that you're against animal abuse and that you don't want to see this, the best benefit is that then for the first time, then you no longer have to live in hypocrisy. And yeah, if I were to give you a card so you could do some more research, would you be interested in like looking more into it?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Sure.
Yeah, so here's our organization. And what I really recommend you check out on the back, there's two resources. This one right here, the first one, it's on YouTube, the best speech you'll ever hear. And this one, Dominion, both of them on YouTube. That's where this footage comes from, this film Dominion. So it's 2 hours of the straight animal cruelty footage. But if you sit through it and watch it, you'll probably find what your sister found, where that once you really confront yourself with the suffering, then it'll make that choice to be vegan so much easier, because you'll have that perspective of what it's like for the victims, and then it'll really give you that conviction.
Yeah.
What do you think you'll do after this?
I definitely think that I'll do like more research about it and see
Definitely, for
more
sure.
about it, you know.
Yeah, look more into it.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, so when you're ready to stop abusing animals and live in alignment with your values, then you know what to do.
So how long have you been vegan?
I've been vegan for about 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
And what made you vegan?
For me, I was vegetarian, and I came across on YouTube what happened in the dairy and egg industries. And I learned how the dairy and egg industries were just as violent, if not more violent, than the meat industry in the way that they abuse animals. And right then, I didn't want to change. I was hesitant. I didn't know any vegans. And then it really kind of hit me one day that I was being a hypocrite. And then I decided to make that change. And what I realized is that being vegan didn't change anything about who I was. I just reverted back to who I've always been. Because when you go vegan, you're not changing anything about who you are. You just start living in alignment with your core values of being against animal abuse. But yeah, thanks so much. I really appreciate it. Cool. Have you seen this kind of footage before?
No.
First time?
Yeah.
How would you say this sort of stuff makes you feel?
A lot of things, huh?
Do you think it's possible to be against animal abuse while buying the products of these industries like meat, dairy, and eggs?
I mean, I used to buy a lot of those products, right? But like watching this is like, Jesus, I can't even watch it.
In your day-to-day life, what do you think you could individually do to combat this abuse?
Not buy the products.
Not buy the products.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Not buy them.
And do you know what the #1 benefit is of not abusing animals and being vegan?
What?
The benefit, so obviously for the animals,
Yeah.
then they're no longer tormented and abused because of you.
Yeah.
And then the benefit for you, because you said that you're against animal abuse, when you're vegan, you no longer have to be a hypocrite.
Yeah, exactly, for sure.
And going forward, after seeing this footage, what change do you think you'll implement?
I think I really will think about like twice before eating a lot of things, you know, or buying something. I'm doing groceries that.
And just keep in mind that for however long you're not vegan, you are going to be abusing animals, and you will be living in that hypocrisy. So when you're ready to stop contributing to animal abuse, when you're ready to align your actions with your words, then you know what to do.
Right.
If I were to give you a card so you can do more research, would you be interested?
Yeah, for sure. Awesome.
And then on the back, what I really recommend you check out, there's a speech right here. The best speech you'll ever hear, the first one, that has over 5 million views on YouTube. And I really recommend giving that one a watch. It's really gonna drive in the ethical imperative of animal abuse and why it's so important to address it by being vegan. And yeah, I think that it's gonna really give you that perspective.
Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome. That's really nice.
Just think about going forward, think about what side of history you wanna stand on.
Right.
I really appreciate it, man. Have you guys seen this kind of animal abuse footage before? You've seen it. How would you say that it makes you feel?
Dark.
It's definitely dark. Yeah, so right here, this, for example, in the egg industry, what they're doing is they're sorting the males and the females because only the females will produce eggs. So all of the males, and this is called waste management, they're all separated, and then right as newborns, they're all killed on their first day of life. And that's just for eggs.
Are you all just raising awareness, or is this like an organization?
Yeah, so our group is called Anonymous for the Voiceless. And really what we're doing is, because, so what do you say that you two are, you said you're against animal abuse. Do you think it's possible to be against animal abuse while supporting industries like the egg industry or the meat industry?
No, especially when there's no chance, because like you said, it's the first day of life, you didn't have a chance.
Definitely. So, like as individuals, what do you feel like would be stopping you guys from not abusing animals and living vegan?
I think it's just the lifestyle that I was raised with. Like I was never raised as a vegan.
Yeah, I understand how you guys feel because none of us here were born vegan, and most of us have only been vegan for a few years. And do you guys know what the #1 benefit is of being vegan?
What?
The #1 benefit, obviously, for the animals, once you're vegan, then they're no longer subjected to cruelty in your name. And then the best benefit for you guys is that because you're against animal abuse, when you're vegan, you no longer have to be a hypocrite. And there's two perspectives. Veganism is really difficult when you think about yourself, and it's the easiest decision when you put yourself in the victim's point of view. And that just like any injustice, it's the victim's point of view that needs to be analyzed when determining if it's just or not.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, of course. And what I really recommend you check out, so there's our organization, and that first speech right there, the best speech you'll ever hear, it's on YouTube, has about 5 million views, really drives home the importance of taking animal rights seriously. And what I just leave you with, just keep in mind that for however long you're not vegan, you guys will be abusing animals. So think about what side of history you guys want to stand on.
Appreciate you, man.
I really appreciate your time, guys.